Focus. Focus. Ah, it takes a minute, doesn't it? Hey, everybody, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How you guys doing today? I'm trying to get my curtain. Today, we're going to do some foam clay action today. I got some foam clay today. I got it in a bag. I discovered the best way to store this stuff is to put the foam clay in this container, right? And then get a 1 gallon Ziploc bag and throw it in, and throw this inside that. Because some people do this and put inside that, like, I think it's best to put the clay in here and then put this inside the Ziploc bag just to keep air out. And I've had this clay for some time, and I'm happy to say that I've been able to keep it alive by adding water to it, kneading it and whatnot. And I'm so impressed in how well it's still hanging in there. So today we're going to start working on adding. Let me show you a quick overhead. Make sure yeah, there's. This is the Feral Ghoul mask I'm working on, and again, that is a skull cap I made. Oh, we got a birthday dinner with some relatives this afternoon. Whose birthday is it, may I ask? Take this opportunity to clean my glasses. There you go. Oh, Daniel's dad. Oh, it's my dad. Okay, fantastic. Good for you. There you go. Adjusting my camera and my chair. I'm going to have some coffee, guys. I'm going to get down to it. Foam clay, I find when I'm working with it, you do it in sections because you work on something, let it dry, because if you do a big area, you might accidentally come back and put your hand in it or something. So I'm going to focus on the eyes first, work out the eyelids and things, and then from there start doing the brows and the cheekbones, and do it as much as I can without. I'm going to do that, and then start letting it, and then do it in sections and let it dry. And I discovered over the years of working with foam clay, it's best to wet the foam first, because I used to just stick foam clay strictly onto EVA foam, and then you go and mess around with it, it would just pop right off. And you're like, what? Like, it just would just pop off the foam. And so what I ended up discovering was that if I wet the EVA foam with water and make the foam clay work, it kind of push in there. The water lets it get soft up on it, and it sticks to the EVA foam 100 times better, way better than if you didn't do that. So I always like to do that first. My plan is once I get this all done, I'm going to seal it with rubber. There's a rubber compound, there's like vulcanized rubber I like using. So once I get this thing all done, foam clay, sculpt, everything where I like it, and before I pull it off the head cast, I'm going to coat it with rubber. And also I'm going to try to tint the rubber flesh, a little bit more of a flesh base. I mean, the rubber will dry somewhat translucent, but I'm going to make a base color like a flesh colored. So I can start doing that on top of the foam clay. Kind of just not only just to protect it and seal it as well. Foam clay is pretty good, but I just want to even everything out, and I think the latex rubber will help make the foam clay stay a little bit more durable and protect it from it coming apart over time. Because, again, I'm just winging this. I've never done anything like this before. I've seen plenty of people do some amazing stuff with foam clay, and I'm like, and the patience I know it takes to do it. Beverly Downings does it a lot. Cindy Arts, I think she does great stuff with foam clay. Yeah, they're really good at it. It's just that thing of having patience and time to do it. So I'm just gonna hang up a little bit and sip some coffee, wait for people to pile in chat today, and then we'll get started. My friend, I have a friend, Gary Young, who's a industry person as well, He lives out in Vancouver, Canada, and I was out there on a. Just a reminder, I finished my third Anna May historical mashup. Oh, fantastic! Just a reminder. You got it, buddy. Woo! Dude. I'm so digging my bald head. I really am. I should have done this. I should have done this years ago. What? It's so funny. It's having trouble focusing on my bald head for some reason. The camera. Focus. This is my Nexus. This is from the premiere. This is at We Make Angels. It makes you meaner. Does it, Becky? Does it make me slightly intimidating? Need some powder in your dome. What I've been doing is just going out. I've been, hey Kathy, good morning. I usually get in the morning, but I'm going to go for my walk after my stream. But I've been going outside like 2 times a day walking in the sun and slowly, it's like a 45-minute walk or 30-minute walk. I walk out, exposing my head to the sun over time, and it's getting some daylight on it, which is nice. It's never seen daylight ever, so I mean a little bit to a degree, but it's nice. Yeah, I'm getting used to it, and I found I shave first thing in the morning with electric razor. Hey Brian, good morning. When I do electric razor, and then like about 5 or 6 o'clock, like I'm rubbing my head, like, and, oh, that's right, stubble. It's like when people used to shave and you get a 5 o'clock shadow. Like, oh, that's right, because the same thing with my head. So I end up shaving, get that vitamin D. I shave twice a day. I mean, you don't have to, but I do. I keep it close. So I shave it again at like around 6 o'clock. But I got this like after shave balm for my head and my face and everything, which I like this bottle I got, this brand. I might buy, I like the brand. I might try something else because it gets rid of the razor stubble you get with your neck and face. So I just kind of slather it all over my head, my face, and my neck. Because it's so easy now. I just go top of head, over the cheeks, around the neck, all in one steady motion. It's done. It's great. It's so great. I love it. And so once in a while, I'd trim the beard up. The beard was getting a little burly, so I had to trim it down a little bit. So, okay. This is going to be interesting. I've been looking at the thing today, kind of looking at it. And I eventually want to make some ears. I think I'm going to make some ears today. Like, make little foam ears. Make some patterns or draw like a little custom foam, like rings or something like that. Make some ears to stick on here. I was thinking of the Feral Ghouls. Like they have some ears. Does the ghoul in the show? Does he have ears? I don't think he has. Does he have ears? The ghoul from the Fallout series. I think he does. Does he have ears? I'm pretty sure he has ears. But if he doesn't have a nose, then why would he have ears, I guess? It's hard to say. But, alright guys, tell you what, let me go ahead, grab me a small chunk of clay, right here. He's got ears, okay, I thought so, alright. Because for the actor, I think, but yeah, so you get less of a hassle in makeup. All right, let's start with this. Oop. There you go. I'm going to move the microphone over, you guys can hear me. I'm going to take some foam clay. Oh wait, we should wet this first. Missed my brush. Now I'm only wetting where the foam is. Yeah, the reason I do this is because I just found that it does stick better when it's wet. So I'll go ahead and wet this foam up a little bit. Yep, do that. Let's take some clay. Let's start smashing it in. Just like that. Let's keep wetting. This is what this holding on here. It's just wet, 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 wet. I'm going to start with just this one side first. Okay, so let's do this is where these sculpting tools come in handy. I have this little guy right here. Just like that. And just stuff this in like that. Like that. And put a chunk of clay in here like this. Like that. Here's how I have a better idea. Let's do a bigger piece here for the brow. Let's try to, instead of adding a bunch of little pieces, let's just start with a big piece right here on top of the head, like this. Like about, let's do like that. So this jumps on like this. All right, bring it down on the brow, like that. Okay. This, stuff some clay in there. And let's get a chunk of clay in here. Fill it in like that. Let's shove this. I want this. Yeah, I want to pull this. Let me fill this in too as well. Get that in there. The one thing that's definitely distinct about these guys is that these big cheekbones poking out on the game. I really liked. So let me get some. Back here like that, and stick it back here. Shove that, like that. And then we'll wet it. Get a little water on this guy. See if we can smooth all this out a little bit. looks pretty decent. Smooth that in like that. And that. All right. Let's do a chunk of clay to fill in this spot right here. There. Like that. Kind of blend that in like this. Yeah. I have a better tool for this right here. There we go. Get in here like this from the lower eyelid here. Yeah. Like that. All right. Oh, looking kind of creepy. Looking good. Okay, let's tell you what. Before we get too far ahead, let's start the other side too. Let's figure out the same thing. We'll do the same thing here. Make a big brow thing. Like this. Same drill. Let's wet this up. There you go. Like that comes over like this. Come down like that. All right, this, like that. Let me get this. Come down. Get a little water on this guy, smooth it, shape it. And you see, I'm just kind of filling in the undercuts, and the foam pieces I put here are more about kind of building up. All right. And all right, this and that. Wow, this side dries pretty fast. It's like went to grab it and realize it's pretty. Let me shape this up a little bit more, because this is more. Again, this is not clay as much as is putty. So I can tell you right now, I'm probably going to do several different passes on this. I'll probably get the shape I like, and then let that dry and add detail to it later, because it's kind of like for anybody who's worked with it would know. Hey guys, really quickly, I'm sorry, catch up with chat really quick. Oh, Becky says, Epic Mutton Chops on Twitch says, hello. Hey, really quickly, guys, thank you so much for watching me on Twitch. I do a simulcast, which I'm on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. But if you guys want to talk to me or ask me questions, I have my chat open on YouTube. I just couldn't do Twitch and YouTube at the same time. It's very difficult, so I figured just leave YouTube chat open. But thank you, everybody, for watching me on Twitch as well. I am doing the foam clay pass today on my Feral Ghoul mask I'm working on. This is my first time making a EVA foam mask, and then doing and then putting foam clay on it to get the organic look of the Feral Ghoul here. it's a bit of a learning curve. I got a general idea. It is, again, I tell people it's not foam clay, it's foam putty. That's what it is. So I'm just kind of shaping it. But as I'm doing this, I'm realizing what I'm probably have to do is get a general idea or shape of what I want to do on here first, and then after that I will probably do another pass, detail pass, because I'm just trying to get the shape up today. And yeah. And you can wet your fingers and kind of smooth it around a little bit, but it's not clay as much as it is putty. And I'm doing this. Oops, sorry guys, overhead. Yeah, hold on. Did I just not wet this already? Here. I like to wet the foam first before I just put the foam clay on. Because I find it sticks better when the foam is wet. I have discovered. And the times I've worked with it, filling holes or making bumps or something like that. So. That something here for listen to. Hold on, guys, get this shaped up a little bit better. You have to work kind of fast with this stuff. It does do kind of dries. The surface dry. I mean, it takes a while for it to dry all the way through, but it is for the working time. Get it nice and wet here, and smoothing things out with some water. I should too, but let me get a piece of wood. I'm getting these blocks. A piece of wood around here. A piece of wood. So there's a piece of wood I'm going to put behind his head. I have these, my metal blocks they're rust. I don't want them rusting, so let's put this piece of wood, put this up a little bit higher. There we go. That's better for me. Okay. So what we're doing next, this is looking good. Let me shove that smoothing out a little bit. There is these eyelids. I'm going to get this like that. I shape it a little bit. Here, let's get in here like that. Like this. Good, good, good. Like that. And I want to do the same thing over here. Put an eyelid in here. All right, hold on. All right, and like that. Put that lid in like this. Man, that's too much. Just bring this up like that. There we go, like that. All right, hold on. Get that. So I'm trying to create some eyelids here. I don't want them too big. Just want some texture to them. There you go. That's looking pretty decent. Hold on, do that. And over here. Okay. Hey, thanks so much. Eddie Gillen, just subscribed. Thank you. Thank you for the subscription, everybody. Really quickly, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed already, please do. That helps me so much. And also, if you guys are watching this on Twitch, thank you so much for supporting me over there at Twitch as well. But please, if you want to come over and chat, please do it here on YouTube. And don't forget to... Hold on, where's my sign? Chomping everything. Like and subscribe. Thank you, thank you. All right, here we go. Okay. All right. Now, you can have more control when you're working with clay, but the downside with clay is that you have to go back and then you have to mold it and then make a mold, and then you have to cast and pour rubber into it, and then you have to pull the rubber. Yeah, it's a lot of steps. And the big thing with this mask, the reason I'm trying is I'm going to try to do something I would normally do if you sculpt it in clay. And I wanted to see if it's possible to make a foam mask. And I've been a big love the Feral Ghouls, and they're kind of crazy and organic looking and wild. So I thought it'd be fun to try to give this a shot of making a foam mask. All right. And this is not bad. I want to do... I think that lid's pretty good. Here, let's get a... Yeah, I can think of, let's bring this down just a little bit more. There you go, okay. Like that. Okay. Like that. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to put some clay for the eyelids. This can be a little tricky because these, I know for a fact, make a little plop of foam clay for the top of the eyelid. It's gonna be tricky because I'm gonna try to work it to where it can touch both sides. Because it's gonna have to have something to stick to. Hold on. Like this. There you go, like that. Come down like this. And I want this to touch here. It needs to touch here, this mask part here. Like that. Good, good, good. Like that. And it comes down over this to the touches the other side here. Oops. Here. Yeah, here, let's fill this in with some clay. So I can get it to touch here. Hold on. I got it now. Let's go like this. Get some foam clay in here like that. That's the ticket. Yeah, there you go. Fill in with some foam clay. Then I get my foam clay there. Fill this in. So the eyelid can come over here and touch this side. Like that. See, there we go. That's what I want. It's like that. Just like that. And so you guys kind of see what's going on here. I have this eyeball with the eyelid, and I look out just above the eyeball right there. So I'm going to shape this like that. Let's put a little bit more foam clay in here. And because I'm doing this because I gotta have this lid stick to something on the other side so it doesn't just fall off. Because my plan is when this all dries and I slip this up, I'm gonna pop these eyeballs out to paint them, and then we can put them back in. So, because once the foam clay dries, it won't stick to this plastic sphere I stuck in for the eyeball. It'll just slide right out. Like that. All right. Yeah, okay, got that. Oops, there. Wonderful, all right, got that. An interesting thing, let's see how this is looking here. Yeah, let's bring this down more. Okay. And foam clay on the eyelid here. Same thing we're going to do. Tell you what, before we start that, let's go ahead and fill in this void here. So we have something for the upper eyelid to stick to. Alright, get that off like this. Fill that in. Got it. Good, good, good. And then get a chunk of clay. Wait, sorry, it's getting a little too bumpy here. I mean, I don't mind it being bumpy, but I don't want it too bumpy to look. I want it to look more like skin and less like a chunk of clay. So I find that if you wet your fingers and go over the clay, you can smooth it out quite a bit. So that's what I want to do right here. All right. All right, like this too. That. And then, all right, now for the eyelid. Get a better angle for you guys. How about that? Oh, that's better, right? Hey guys, really quickly, if you want to get my attention, just type in @EvilTedSmith in chat, so it'll pop up really bright on this side so I can see if it's a question. Because if you don't, I don't know who's talking or who's asking questions. So if you want to get my attention, just tap in @EvilTedSmith in chat and it'll pop up and I can see it and I can answer your question. Because that's what I'm here to do, is answer questions. And I need a bigger chunk of clay here. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Bigger chunk of clay. Oh, you and me both, Art. I'm just making this up as I go. So far, I have to say, this is going to work. It's all right. I'm liking this. I'm going to reach a point where I'm going to I have to let what I did dry and then go back and do other sections because it's like, because it's soft, you don't want to ruin what you're working on. So that's the plan. So stick some clay back here like this for the eyelid, like that, so it makes contact here. Stick. I find that the metal. Hey, thank you, Kevin, for the donation. Thank you so much. Hold on, Kevin. I'll be right with you. Let me just do this really fast while I'm thinking about it. All right. Okay. Like that. There you go. Like this, like an eyelid, and that. This could, yeah. So you guys can kind of see the slots above the eyes now, where I'm going to look out of the mask. And so now it's drying. Let's get a tool. Let's do some. Oh, focus. Excuse me. All right. Oops, sorry. I'm just trying to get some wrinkles in the eyelids. Because my plan is to put some wrinkles in this stuff so when I paint it, do like a wash on it, it'll really make all this detail show. Because yeah, I like the wrinkly aspect of everything here. Yeah, all right. No, so now what we're going to do next here is I'm going to take some foam clay. Man, I got to keep the Ziploc bag closed. It dries out pretty quick. Hold on. Wow. Let me get some... Sometimes when I have the foam clay will get too dry, I'll just wet my fingers and knead it. So I'll take it and dip my fingers in some water and just knead it back and forth. It gets a little more pliable. Hey Neil, what's up, man? How you doing? All right, here we go. Sorry for the sneeze, guys. It snuck up on me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some clay, like so. I'm going to make a little flat piece. And this is going to be just to fill in some voids, some things I'm not happy about. I'll show you real quick. There's these big seams in the front. I'm going to just make a little flat piece of clay and lay it on top like this. And just lay it out really thin like this and just smear it. I just want to cover these big seams on the top of this head skull cap. And it doesn't, I know it's going to be a little lumpy in spots, but I forgot to wet it first. Dang it. No. So hold on. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but I just want to cover some stuff up. Yeah, like this. Like that's not, that's good. Like that. Like that. Look at these weird little seam lines. I want to get rid of those, right? And that. And let's do the, it brings up a little bit, guys, show you what I'm doing here. And let's get a brush. Just want to get some sections here. Right here on the nose, same thing. I want to do a little peak here. I think I can do that with just make a triangle, right, like this. Shape it up a little bit closer to what I want, right, before I stick it on here. Like this, right? Make the edges thin on the sides. And a little bit thicker here on the bottom like that, and then drop it down like this on top of our nose. Like this, but my fingers, smooth it all out, and then bring it down like that. Like this. That's going to be the empty rotted nose thing I'm working on here. Yeah, like this. Yeah, keep going, going, going. Smear, roll this into the nose. Here, butt this really good first. Wet that up. Yeah. Bring it down like that. Oops, sorry guys, bumped that with my head. And then come on down over the nose hole. All right, with that. And then all we need is a little bit right here in the bottom, like this. Same thing, right like that. Just like that. And of course I'm going to leave this open because this is where I'm going to breathe. I'll probably put like a little mesh or something behind it. So I'll have the nose open and the mouth open so I can actually get air in my mask. Have you noticed too, I put some ear holes in this thing too. Yeah, like that. So let's do a lip, right? Let's do like a try. Oh man, dude, it's such a, yeah, definitely have to do this in waves. I'll do as far as I can and let this dry and then do another section. But that's pretty good. Let's do I'm gonna put like a lip here. On this guy. I'll have like this, like that. And then we'll kind of blend it out. Like this, see? Got that. Push, 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 move that in there. Yeah, that's it. Make it one. Well, make it more or less. Don't have it stick up so much here, Ted. Like that. Yeah, fill it off. That's it. There we go. That's the ticket. Yeah, do that. Yeah, the cool thing with the metal bit is it doesn't stick. The foam doesn't stick to it, so you can just push into it and shape it a little bit. Oops. What? Smooth it. Smooth a little better. Like that. I think the brows, it could be let's push this guy maybe a little deeper in, maybe. Okay, like that. That's fine. Careful. Just don't want to lose those wrinkles, Ted. Don't lose those wrinkles. Put those wrinkles back in. All right. And like that. Yeah, the whole deal with my mouth, I might cut some more away just to have, because like the lips are going to be gone and there's going to be just like gums and teeth. So I need to make some room for that too. But I'll do that definitely when everything else is dry. That'll probably be the last thing I do. I'm definitely, let's go ahead and let's patch some spots in the front of the head really quick. I just want to I'm going to fill this in real quick. Again, get some foam clay. Kathy says there should be a new look-alike contest. Neil says, "How are you so awesome? Why were you born this way?" I discovered that I wanted things that they didn't make, and I had to make it myself to get it. That's the God's honest truth. When I was a kid, I saw stuff and they didn't have it, and it drove me nuts. Why don't they make a toy of a Star Trek phaser? Like, and they did in the 70s, and they looked like garbage. So it drove me to make things I wanted to make for myself. Neil, to answer your question, Neil, and Kathy's like, Gun goes, "Hey Ted, purple technology is on 10 stream watch streak. Purple T cosplay is on a 10 stream watch streak. Oh, fantastic. Wow." That's awesome. Purple T cosplay. What's up? Yeah, I gotta make it wet, Neil. Yes, I did. I did say that, Neil. Here you guys, overhead shot. I gotta make a little slap piece like this, and then what I do is I wet this surface real quick over here, because I just want to I just want the foam surface. You know, I just want to have a lumpy kind of flat. Yeah, because it's a ghoul, so I don't want the head to be nice and smooth in sections. I want to kind of be bumpy and lumpy. So I'm going to go ahead and do this right here and blend that in like this, like that. And then we're just going to feather it off. And then we just blend that all into the foam, blend it the other pieces. Yeah, it's going to be like a Feral Ghoul bumpy head. I feel it's a little unnecessarily bumpy here in the front. Let me fix that really quick here. Hold on, guys. Alright, got that. Like this, and alright, like this part, it's a little rough for me. I don't like that, so throw a little piece of foam clay here. Wet it, smooth it out. Oops. Ah, see? It's peeling up. Don't do... Come on, you son of a bitch. Stick. Stick. That's it. There you go. It's a little bit better. Get nice and wet. Make that stick. There we go. That's what I wanted. And let's do this over here, too. I got a little spot like that. Damn it. Probably a little too wet. Hold on. There we go. Wow, this is a crazy mess. There is, I mean, it definitely has its pros and cons, but it's not, I have to say, it's luckily, being it's a Feral Ghoul, I think this is going to work all right. I probably won't go any more beyond the mouth. I should wait. Yeah, let's wait on that, because I think once this dries, it'll give me time to think about how I want to do this mouth. Might want to change my, I want to do cut this up and think about the gums, and maybe add some to the chin. That's what let's do that first. Let's do that. How about that? Let's do this. Let's wet this up and add a chin to this. This is the one thing I have not been on this guy. I want to make a chin, because when I made it, I wasn't really happy with the foam pattern that came out. So let's wet this up and stick a chin on this. Like so, like a like that. Nice to stick this, blend this in like that. There we go. Smooth it out. Oops, and get a little more foam clay underneath the chin. There's this and a jawline too I'm probably going to work on. All right. And fill that in. Huh. Oops, sorry guys, I keep bumping the camera with my head. Like this. Yeah, see, it's a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. It's a little bit more of the chin I wanted on this thing. Sorry, there's little holes I'm filling in with the clay here. Spots. Let's fill this guy into a little more. Like that. There you go. Got a little hole here. Alright, so there's another void right here. I'll fill this in real quick with the foam clay. Thank you. Get that in there. All right, I'll tell you what, let me take a break here for a second. Let me stand back and look at it for a little bit. I always find sometimes you're working on something, you're on top of it, it's hard to kind of see where you're going, so it's good to take a stand back from it. So let me do just that right now. I'm going to finish this, smoothing this stuff out a little bit here. And dry my hands. Put my foam clay back in the Ziploc bag here for a second. So in order to do that, let me prop this up for a sec. Where's that piece of wood? Right there. Let's see it. Just like that. All right, good. Back up. Get the light on. Oh, there we go. See, that helps so much. Hey guys, I'm sorry. Guys getting blown up by the light. I'm looking at this guy. I have a picture I use as my reference. It's kind of like, I like their Feral Ghoul. I mean, granted, it's not based, really, you can see out of this thing. It's like a puppet head. And so I'm kind of working with the vibe of that. But it's not bad. I think one thing I want to change, I can see it now, is that the nose can go up higher. Yeah, it can definitely go up higher. So let's fix that real quick while the clay is still wet. Hold on. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. The nose here, I'm looking at it, and the nose hole can be way higher. So let's do, here, hold on. Like right there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut into it like that. Like that, see? And then, because I was just looking at it, I didn't like where the nose hole was. It needed to be higher up. And since, yeah, do that, see? Much, much better. So then I can make this guy, like this. And let's go ahead and make this higher up. So take this, right, like that. Yeah. Yeah, see, it looks way better. Let's make this, we can actually bring this up too a little higher. But let's wet this first here, shall we? And just stick this guy like that. And then smash that here. So there you go. And again, it's something I would have missed otherwise if I didn't stop and stepped away from it for a minute, because I was realizing the lip was there wasn't enough space for the lip for my liking to make it work. So let's do that here. Yeah, way better now. And this can be super thin too. Let's thin this down. Even that's too thick. Let's press this down a little bit more, like that. On the sides, like that. Yeah, make the nose look a little bit more like a ruddy nose. See, that already looks better. Yeah, if I go any higher, I'll run into my nose. So, yeah, hold on, guys. Let me take a look at this real quick. Hold on. With like this guy first. Sorry, guys, blowing this out for the. I mean. You know, could you? Well, things I'm realizing now, I probably could have shifted the eyes a little further out. Like, now I have them just below my eyes. Since I'm dramatically changing the length of the head, I also could have shifted the eyeballs a little further out, so I could look out close. Yeah, there's things I'm like I would have probably done. Like I would have placed the eyes not directly just below my eyes, but below my eyes and off to the side. So it helps widen, because when you just go up and up, it makes the head really long, which is, again, it's dramatic. It's for a Feral Ghoul from the video game. Still not seeing, no, you're not seeing IG Robot. Not now. Doing this. Brian, doing this. Feral Ghoul. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna want to put ears on them, and the foam clay bumpiness will work, I guess, on the skull. You know, when I go to paint everything and stuff, his unevenness and his lumpy feral ghoulness. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna make the. Probably the mouth a little bigger and just do gums and teeth. Let me see here. Oh, Brian, I know you're joking. So was I. Please. Yeah, it's not bad. I'm like, I'm wondering what I'll do when it dries. Is I'll probably, yeah. Let me show you guys really quickly overhead. I like what I got so far. I would like to add a little bit more of the bone structure here. Yeah, I can do that. Let's do that. I just want to like we got this going on here and this going on. I think it kind of disappears here. So I just want to do a little bit more of a peak to get the skull socket thing going. Again, it's not really based in reality so much. It's just, I just want that look, because like this is all cool and it just disappears. It just becomes this flat plane here. So I want to do, let's bring, I want a little peak here. So let's do like that. See, that's what I want. And I just want to put that there, just below the eyeball, right? Smooth it up, drop it down like this. Again, bumping it with my head. Yeah, see, that already helps a lot. See, that's what was missing. Again, you just don't know what's missing until you just keep working and working on it. But you have to stop sometimes and stand back from it, because if you're up close like this all the time working, you don't see it. You have to stand back from it. So that's what it was missing. You need a little extra oomph to it, like that. And hold on. I was just telling a friend today about process. It's like doing these things. And now, back in the days, I make videos and I'll shoot like a particular pattern or a helmet or a prop, and I'll do a build video and I'll trim it down, edit, and put it on YouTube, the edited down version of it. And so when people buy the pattern, they can do this. Since I'm not really making a pattern of this, I'm going to make this video. I'm going to leave this video like it is, because I want to show people the process it takes to making something from beginning to end. Like, I think people get disillusioned when you see an edited video or something like that. Everything goes by really quickly, and you don't realize it takes time. It's a lot of freaking work to make anything. So I thought it'd be appropriate when I do this to make this on the live stream. So, really quickly, hey everybody, really quickly, thank you so much for the raid. Evil Ted raid, huge raid. Oh, thank you so much. This is from Becky's telling me, guys, really quickly. If you're watching this on Twitch, thank you so much. I'm streaming simulcast. I'm on YouTube at the same time, so I don't see my live stream on Twitch. But thank you so much for my friend Becky going Ape Costume. Tell me about the raid on Twitch. Who will we be raided by? This is as cool as. This is as cool as hell. Wish I had more time to do this. Here's the thing. You have to make time. It really is. Hey, hello from Sweden. What's up, Sweden? You come a long way? Or yeah, I'm sculpting today. It got the shape. It's the foam clay thing I'm throwing on her really quick. But thank you for the raid, everybody. Thank you so much. Becky, who is that? Who was raiding me? Do you know who it was? I guess. All right. Right there, got this. And now again, you guys can see before I put the foam clay on, I wet it first. Sticking foam clay to foam clay, it just helps. So, and this is just to do a little bit of a peak on the skull to beef up the sockets on the ghoul. Yeah, I think this is what this I'm much more happier now. This is what it was missing. I was like, it was driving me nuts. Like, what is it? Doesn't seem to look right. And now that's what it was. But again, you got to stand back from it to see it. There's a thing we have out here in Los Angeles called Monster Palooza. They do every year. There's two of them. There's one in Burbank, the son of, and then there's the Monster Palooza in Pasadena Convention Center. which I absolutely love. And I go every year, and I always get 2 tickets for myself and somebody to assist me. And I got to look at the dates on it because this would be a great costume to wear one day. It's a Feral Ghoul. But it just depends if I get it done in time. All right, let's shape this up. There you go, just try to get it, just smooth it. Again, people, this is foam. They call it foam clay, but it's more like foam putty. It's just, but yeah, there you go. That's so much better. That's what it was missing. Look, get my thumbs wet. Oh, it's the Chopush raid. Thank you so much, Neil. Thank you. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. All right. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so much better. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I just try to push his... don't stick. Just trying to push some grooves into things. Push some grooves into stuff while it's still wet. There you go, just like that. Okay, that was it. See how much looks more creepy with the, because that was what was missing with that big sunken eye thing going on. Again, it's my reference here, not bad. It's again more of a mask. This was a prop head, but I think let's go ahead and do, since I did that side, let's do this side too. I'm gonna put some foam clay here. Alright. Smash this out. Make some thin like this to fill in the void of alright. And brush, where's my brush? Over here. And then we wet this. We wet the foam, right, like that. Wet the surface of the foam. And put a little water on my clay, like this. Stick it on like that. And begin to merge it together to make it all the same surface. Big and lumpy. And then once I get it down where I like it, I think I'm just going to wet my hand and start to smooth the head out a little bit. I don't mind it looking lumpy, but I don't want it too lumpy to where it looks like just foam clay stuck on there. So I think I'm going to wet my hands really quick. Once I get this on here, we'll blend it off in a second here. Like that. All right. Here, for example, let me wet this whole thing. Just go See, yeah, smooth it out a little bit. Yeah, it's these hard. You can see where the clay's blending in. I want to smash that out, smooth it out more. Yeah, smooth that out. And again, I might, as things progress on, I might get some gap filler too to fill in some seams and things I don't like. But I'll do as much as I can with the water and smoothing. Oof. Yeah, it's oof. You're definitely not sculpting. You're moving. I've seen some people out here that do some amazing stuff with foam clay. It's definitely something like anything with foam fabricating. The more you work with it, the better you get at it, I'm sure. I've seen people do remarkable stuff with it. But you probably have to work in small sections and things. Like for ribs and bones and stuff, it's really good for that stuff. I think it's definitely going to play to my advantage to have the unevenness and lumpiness of it all, but I just don't want the blend edges to be so blatant. So I'll have to definitely work on that a little bit more. You know, just like spots and holes and things like that, like right here, some holes. There you go. So that's not so bad. Fill that in. Definitely gonna have to work some stuff in. I'm giggling because I think it's gonna work. I was a little I won't lie. I was a little nervous about this whole process because I hate to go through all this and have it look like garbage. But right now, I'm gonna let some stuff dry. And so any little weird unevenness or things I don't like, I can always go back in and stuff a little clay in there. You know, it's like, but the eyes I'm much more happier with. But he has got a longer face, which makes me realize that when I was plotting this plan, I should have put the eyeballs out a little bit. Again, I mean, do ghouls have their balls? I don't know. I think they'd fall off after a while. If their noses fall off, trust me, their balls fall off. Let me see. Yeah, something I've learned today. It is, but it's like EVA foam. Once it dries, it has a skin on it, and once you break the skin, it's like you'll see the rough texture, and so if you sand it, it just tears it up. It just, you can, but I don't recommend it. I don't like doing that. I like just get the shape I want, let it dry, and then go back and like add some clay to it or whatnot. But right now, I'm very, very happy with this. Let me just show you guys really quick. I can pick this head up for a second and show you what I'm looking at, so you guys can see what I'm seeing. See, there it is. So there's the ghoul. He's coming along. This is the, like I said, my the thing. I like him. I think he'll still look cool. I just would have wished I made his eyes a little bit wider. Like, I put him directly underneath my eyes. I should have shifted him out a little bit forward to compensate for the head a little bit more. It's still going to work. It's going to be cool. Once it gets rubberized and finished and stuff. I'm just going through. I can see. There's bumps and things on his head. I'm trying to smooth out. And there's some tools. It's so funny to have some But it is showing you what is possible. It's definitely a oops, sorry guys. Keep getting out of focus. The overhead. Ooh, good grief. Bring the microphone back to you guys so you can hear me. All right. Perfect. Okay. Sorry, guys. Keep adjusting. The camera focuses on your microphone when it's in frame. Yes, I gotta watch out for that. But now that the microphone is out of frame, send me an Evil Ted t-shirt. Yes, you can get one at my website, eviltedsmith.com. Or, better yet, Brian, click on the link below this video in Teespring shop and you can pick one up. I have many other shirts. And you can send yourself one. Daniel's time to head out. Okay, bye. Bye, Neil. Thanks for hanging out today. Yeah, the Feral Ghoul. Not bad. I'm gonna be. There is. I think when something there's some ridges on the clay when I like the head and I stuff the clay on it, try to blend it. There's a little bit of a ridge. I probably will go in with a stone bit, a round bit, and grind it down to blend it in better. There's stuff like that I'll do, definitely. I will probably, once it dries enough. Oh, by the way, you love today's show. Yeah, this is I got this. This is from, I went to San Diego Comic-Con and stood out in the blazing sun for an hour to stand in line for the display premiere thing for a new Blade Runner movie. And so when we got in, we had free t-shirt, noodles, and some whiskey they gave us. And I was with my old assistant, Cecily, which is better known as Brat. She stood in the hot sun with me, and we shot videos and had a good time. But I got that shirt. That was such a long time ago. I want whiskey. I got all kinds of whiskey, Becky. Come on over, we'll hang out. We'll do a shot. Yeah, that's all right. I'm gonna let that dry, and then I will. Yes, it's looking good. It's gonna work. Give me some whiskey and take me to the Fabric District. Oh my God, Becky, you would love it out here. The Fabric District, you lose your mind. It's huge here in downtown Los Angeles. I learned some stuff today. Thank you. IG Robot. Or we, Riot. Yeah, thanks. The foam clay thing is a tricky thing to get used to. I had played with it a little bit, not as much, but it's going to work. Trying to control it and blend edges to it is really tricky. I come to think of it, I should have probably did that. Things I'm learning, like I should have put foam clay on that whole head first, like the thin membrane on the head, and then build on top of that. But then I was like, I sculpted what I liked, and then I was like trying to stuff on top of that. So I think today, once we're let this dry enough, I'm probably gonna make some. I'm gonna try to do the whole head and just be done with it. the head and over the ears, and then I can go back later and start. I think I might foam fabricate the ears. I think before I sculpt them on, try to make them out of clay, I'll make a foam shape, like make foam fabricate an ear, stick it on, and then put foam clay on top of that. Kagato. Hey Ted, I was showing off my new cosplay last weekend and had people asking me for advice on foam construction, so I pointed them to your channel. Thank you so much. Kagato, thank you. That's exactly what I need. People that come, like, and subscribe. Alita Pavan, you're doing a great job, and it's good to see how you do it and learn some things. And yeah, thank you. So now I'm learning today as well too. I've learned a lot today. I learned what I wouldn't do. How if I was to do this something similar to this again, I would definitely take the eyeballs on my head cast and shift them a little further out. I'd still look above the eyeballs. Here, let me show you an example. Let's put this back in the Tupperware container here. Here, like I said, I put this stuff back in the tub. Then you take the tub and you throw that inside a Ziploc bag. And you have a better chance of having it stay dry and not dry out on you so much. Because the containers are never that airtight. But here, let's show you real quickly. Is that I have the eye hole slots. You guys can see where my eyes are going to appear out. And I'll definitely do it with a paint job. I'll do some dark shading around the eyes. But the eye was a little further apart, the match. But it's not bad. It's going to be big, weird Feral Ghoul mask is basically what it is. But it's coming along. Not bad. I got to come up with some ears, and then I'm going to add a little something to the jaw line. Do something with the jaw. And then once we get this completed, I'm going to start making a pattern. I'm going to do the Kamui thing. I'm going to wrap myself in saran wrap and pattern up to my neck and my chest and my shoulders, this area. And I'm gonna make a rubber like tunic of the Feral Ghoul, like rotted like neck and chest and thing, and so I can actually wear clothing, like a ripped up clothing, and have that showing. And I'm gonna make hands, gloves, like Feral Ghoul hands that go away with the forearms. I can slip on, and then have like. And I'm also going to do the feet. That's another thing I'm going to do. I want to do Feral Ghoul feet. I have these big, crazy looking feet, and I thought it'd be fun to make feet. Rubber tunic. Scary. It's scary. Yeah, I'm hoping so. It's like, because in the game, like these great, big, monstrous hands and forearms. And again, that's those. The head alone is a build. In itself is a build. And that's why I want to do it all the way till it's done. Then we go to the neck tunic painting, right? And then when we go to the hands, that's a completely different build. It's like, that's why I made those foam hands with the fingers that come off it, because I'm going to put gloves. I have to extend the forearm a little bit on them, and I'm going to build them out, and then fabricate on top of that, and coat them with rubber and everything, and it's a process. And I want to show everybody that making a costume, there's all these different bridges you have to cross to do it. It's just a lot. So, and that's why on this particular build, on this costume, I'm going to do it all through my live streams, so you people can see the process and what it takes to go in and doing it. Brian, I thought about that. The ears could be just holes, but then it just looks like a mask with ear holes in it. And I think with the ghoul, it just kind of makes it a little bit, gives them a little bit more of a human trait to it. I mean, I could get lazy, but even the ghoul in the Fallout series has ears. So I just thought it'd be nice to have ears on them. But I'm going to make them kind of janky. Like, I'm going to have one with like a chunk. I'll have one complete ear and then one ear with a big chunk missing out of it. And so that's my plan. So I'll make some foam ears, and that's why I'm looking at this right now. I'm going to stop at this point today, do all that, make the foam ears, stick those on. Oh no, they're going to be separate pieces, like we do with costumes and everything. You do everything as a separate piece. So you slip the tunic on. I'm going to have the tunic. My plan is to have the tunic glued to a spandex hood, or better yet, I like to have it onto a, or have it attached to, or some snaps. Like have the tunic made and have it either like snaps or something that snaps to a spandex hood. I slip the spandex hood on, put the tunic on, and there's snaps that snap the tunic to the bald cap that keeps it upright, and then therefore I have that freedom, and then I put the head on top of that, and I have the freedom of movement, so there's no tension in it. Just it's an overlap, and I might blend the back of the head with some hair, some tufts of hair, and then everything else is covered with clothes, and I'll have jackets with the arms ripped off, like the forearms all shredded with my big hands coming out of it, and I'll make some shoes and make some Feral Ghoul feet. So I might get some nice like low profile shoes and make ghoul feet on them as well. But yeah, the neck it's all gonna be foam fabricated, and I'm not gonna use foam clay. I'm just gonna do it with upholstery foam, and make it just all lumpy and have like some rib cage kind of looking thing to it. But how are we doing on time? I didn't bother looking at my clock right now, so I hear my phone going off downstairs. Because I'm pretty much, I'm gonna let this dry today, because I have some other things I have to finish up today. Oh, I've been making hats. Let me show you those real quick. You guys saw this already. I made them before, but I made 3 of them, and I finished them up today. Yesterday, and these are the hats. Well, there's still a tab in there. But these are the hats I'm making for these bad guys, and I'm going to I'm going to paint them with just black acrylic paint. I want to make them look like there's got a weird a real sheen to them today, but I'm going to mix up some black acrylic paint and some water and just do a paintbrush whole thing, let it dry, and then I'm going to put like a fabric. I want to do like a gray fabric band on them, on their heads, on their hats. Just give a little bit of a band, put a band on them. I think would be nice to match the mask, these masks that they wear. So it'd be interesting. So I want to do that as well too. And oh yeah, I can show you here. Well, can I pull this thing? Yeah, let's just tear this out for a second. I'll show you what this looks like. This is what these guys look like. Okay, hold on, I gotta fix this real quick. The thing is jamming in my nose. There you go. I put a foam pad in here to. What's that? Then. But I need to put some foam padding in the hat so they can wear them too. So that's kind of the gist of it, right? Thing like this. Whew. I feel sorry for anybody trying to fight with these costumes on. But the bill's not so. Anyway. That's right. Yeah, I think it's all right. I got to get some foam to put inside these hats so it just fits anybody, kind of thing. So things I have to do still today, but anyway. Sorry guys, I am babbling. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. This is great. We're going to let this foam clay dry a bit. What I'll probably have done before we stream next time, I'm just going to go ahead and rough down put the foam clay over the head, make some foam ears and have those ready. I'll probably get those ready, and I won't do those until we'll stream live. Get those ears ready, we'll stick those on, and then I'm going to start probably patch. So I'll try to get a majority of the foam clay work done, so it's time to dry. And then, yeah, I should have that done. So next time you guys come back, we should just lift in and pop the mask off and do the teeth. I think I'm leaving the teeth last because I want to be able to get the mask off and look in and make some pieces to fit inside the mouth, like make foam things and where the teeth are going to go into. I have some enamel. I bought some like dental plastic teeth, and we'll do all that and then put foam clay around them and stick them in. Because I want the missing lip thing. Okay, so it was nice to have you sculpting lesson today, Mr. Smith. I'm always great. Oh, tell you what, I appreciate that. I'm not. It's how to sculpt with foam clay. There's some people out there who are really good sculptors. Unfortunately, I'm not one of them. But thank you so much. I'm glad. Yeah, working with foam clay is a trick. And I won't lie, I was a little nervous because I've done it before. I'm like, I always find when I'm working with someone, it's always best because adding clay to clay and trying to make it blend is a pain in the butt. So that's why I'm realizing that it's probably easier to go ahead and let this dry and then blend blend edges to something that's already dry. When you're dealing with wet clay to wet clay and you're trying to measure them together, it's just like pushing putty back and forth. Where if the foam clay is dry and you put wet clay on top of it, you can smear it off onto the dry surface a little bit easier. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a rotary tool and knock down the heavy edges and then just do a patch. I definitely want to put wet clay, and I want to do something and on the jaw. I put a little chin here, but I want to do something I want to add a little bit on the jaws too, on the jawline, and have it come out a little bit more. But I'm really happy at how it came out to you guys. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Yeah, the thing is so funny. Foam clay. If you push people. I let people know a lot. One of my tricks when I start doing my molds, my silicone molds, if you have foam clay, you want to stuff it into molds, and then it takes forever because it's in a silicone mold, so it's only drying on one side. That's what happens when you take foam clay and you stuff it into a silicone mold. It dries on one side and kind of peels and gets all weird and distorted. You have to pull it out. So the trick is you take your silicone mold and you stuff the foam clay in really, really good. Make sure there's no air bubbles and whatnot. And then you take it to the freezer. And you let it get frozen solid. So when it's frozen, then you pop it out of the silicone molds and you leave it out and it air dries equally everywhere. So when you pop it out, once it's frozen, it dries and it shrinks up and dries evenly. And it's a lot faster if you do it with a freezer. So stuff clay into a silicone mold, put it in the freezer, and then boom. Does it get heavy? Foam clay? No. It's not like plastic. It's really airy. And once the water evaporates out of it, it's even lighter. It's crazy. It's really light. Like, I've made some things out of foam clay. But I made like a foam clay, like a hook or a spear or some claws. And it's all right. But the problem is that the foam clay itself, once it dries, if you bend it like it'll snap. It'll break. So if you're doing foam claws or hooks or something like that long, it's best to have like a reinforcement or a wire inside there. So when it dries, it has some structural support to it. Because if it's just solid foam clay, and I've done it, I've made some new cool claws, and stuck them on a hand, and then I bent small ones, okay. Like little small hooks, claws, fine. You make anything longer, and it dries, it becomes brittle if you flex it. I found that molding foam clay shrinks on me. Oh yeah, it shrinks quite a bit. The thicker it is, the more it shrinks. Just like anything, yeah, it shrinks, definitely. But if it's for detail stuff, it's like, I've seen people just do hot glue. People just put hot glue into silicone molds and make little detail pieces. That always works pretty well too. But it's always a pain to get paint to stick to hot glue. At least I've discovered. So, kids, all right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Do not forget, like and subscribe. Click on the link. Tell your friends. If you guys like the t-shirts, as Brian was saying, teasing me about getting him a shirt, I do have those shirts on the Teespring shop below. Click on that. Then, while you're at it, jump over to my website, eviltedsmith.com, and I have patterns for sale. I have some free patterns as well. I have a supply list of things you guys want to know what I use on my live streams. I have all that stuff listed over there. And if any link gets broken, or if you go to my website and say, hey, Ted, that link's not working, please DM me or just contact me on my email. Let me know that something's not working. I'll be sure to fix that, because I have a lot of stuff in stock, and sometimes they'll just stop carrying it, or they don't tell me, or I don't know. So sometimes links get broken, so I always try to go back and fix them, or replace them with the equally decent thing. All right, and email. Yeah, you can email as well too. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you. Take care.